Shalom, Apostle Hawk coming back at you once again with this truth, giving all praise to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. And I'm going to entitle this video, Esau, thou shalt be cut off forever. And you already know what I'm going to go into. You got this new thing out there among these demons teaching that there's going to be a certain amount of Edomites that's going to stick around. We're not going to kill off all the Edomites. You even got groups out there, GOCC, that teach that certain Edomites are going to be saved. Now, that's clearly not in the scriptures. And it's becoming more and more evident who the true men of the Lord are. And the truth, the Most High is dealing with great millstone. All right? A lot of times we say the Most High is dealing with great millstone, and any group that teaches the same thing, well, they're part of great millstone because they got it from great millstone. The Most High didn't come to them and teach them. They watched our videos, came up with their own name, and they're teaching what we teach. And you got a lot of bug outs out there. You got this guy, Lahab Blaze Judah. I mean, you got to go watch his videos. He's teaching that Gentiles are going to make it. Now, when you go in the New Testament and you come across the word Gentile, it's talking about the Gentiles receiving salvation. It's talking about Israelites. He thinks it's talking about actual Gentiles. And he's also teaching that the laws are done away with. You don't have to keep the Sabbath, the high holy days, the Passover. So he's bugged out his damn self. So anybody that follows him, you're going to get what he going to get, which is destruction. Because the Most High is not dealing with Lahab. All right? Anyway, I'm going to go to the book of Obadiah, which is one chapter long. I'm going to start at the 10th verse. And I'm going to prove to you that Esau will be destroyed forever. There's going to be a point where you're not going to see Esau anymore. There's not going to be one Edomite left. You're going to be destroyed, utterly wasted, destroyed, done away with. No Edomites. No Edomites. There's going to be a time after the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is the land of Edom, which is America, currently called America, formerly used to be called the land of Canaan. Is going to be utterly destroyed, and the beast is going to be destroyed pursuant to Daniel the 7th chapter, also Daniel the 2nd chapter. The beast is NATO and the EU, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the European Union, along with your power structure, your UN, your so-called Roman Catholic Church, and any of you Edomites out there. You're going to be destroyed. You're going in. All of you are going in. The ones of you that survive among the super rich, you're going right into slavery. You're going to be shackled up, and you're going to be the first to taste slavery under the power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, by his chosen elect, which are the children of Israel. And it's coming, man. You done lived you lived your in your kingdom. You established your kingdom, and now your kingdom is coming to an end. Everything has an end, except for the Lord's kingdom. And we as Israelites, being under Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, we're never going to be destroyed. No nation is going to take us down because we're the children of the Most High. And the Most High himself, or Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai himself, Yahweh Shai will be among us. That's Revelation 21. Okay, so I'm going to go to the 10th verse, Obadiah 1 verse 10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." Thou shalt be cut off forever. Now let me go to the word ever. The word ever or forever is Iwalam. And it means long duration, antiquity, futurity, forever, ever, everlasting, evermore, perpetual, old, ancient, old, a world, ancient time, long time, of past, of future, forever, always, continuous existence, perpetual, everlasting, indefinite, or unending future eternity. So that's what that word means. So now I'm going to go to one scripture right here real quick. Okay, this is Revelation 9 verse 16. It says, and I can go to a bunch of scriptures, but I'm just going to go to this one scripture. It says in Genesis 9 verse 16, and the bow, meaning the rainbow, shall be, and this was a covenant. Matter of fact, let me go back a verse or two. I'll start at 12. And the power said, this is the token of the covenant which I made between me and you and every creature that is with you for perpetual generations, meaning forever. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. So do you still have rainbows today when it rains? After a good rain, you see a rainbow. So the Most High put the rainbow, established the rainbow back during the time of Noah, which Noah, Nawak means comfort. 14, and it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth. And I've seen that many a times when it rained or a cloudy day. You had a shower or whatever, or a good rain, a storm. You look for the rainbow, and you always see the rainbow. That the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you, meaning the Most High, man and living creature. You and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. The Most High does bring floods. You experienced a flood of Harvey that devastated Texas, but it didn't destroy all men. I think it was maybe under 40 that died. But this flood, the great flood, destroyed all mankind except for Noah, his sons and their wives, and his wife, and they repeopled the earth. So the Most High said that, I'm not gonna destroy the earth by a flood ever again. It says 16, and the bow, and the bow, meaning the rainbow, shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between the Most High and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. So that word everlasting goes back to the word Iwalam, or Iwalamyam. That's even in the Lord's Prayer, Iwalamyam. It means everlasting, everlasting, perpetual. Okay, so now let's go back to Obadiah. So I can close it right now. I already proved my point. It says, Obadiah 1 verse 10, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame, and it's talking about Esau, because you can read from the top, the first verse if you like. Jacob, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou, Esau, the Edomites, every last one of them, thou shalt be cut off forever. And like I said, the word there forever is Iwalam or Iwalamyam, which meaning perpetual. They're going to be cut off forever. All of them. You ain't going to have 5 Edomites scraggling around in the kingdom or in the woods somewhere. They're going to be cut off. All right? It says 11 verse, In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces. Those strangers are talking about the Babylonians, which you can read about in First Ezra chapter 1 and also in chapter 2. It goes into the history. You can also go into the Josephus if you like. 11 verse again. And the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers, the Babylonians, are carried away captive, his forces and foreigners entered into his gate. Those foreigners were the Babylonian Empire, and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou was one of them. Meaning, the Edomites, they were a part of us being brought down. They helped the Babylonians. You know, any Israelites that were hidden, the Edomites, which is supposed to be our brothers by way of Abraham, they came up against us. Okay, goes on and says the 12th verse, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day, and I'll keep going. Brother, in the day that he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. So Esau, the Edomites, they rejoice in the day of our destruction, so they have to pay. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. And you got these clown-ass Israelites saying we're not supposed to hate Esau. The scriptures say you can hate your wife. If you have two wives, one you love and the other hateth, but you can't hate Esau. Like I said, you got to get away from these bootleg camps, man. Great Millstone is the only ones that go deep and really, go into these scriptures. And that's why we push the mark of the beast so strongly. 13 verse, thou shouldst not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. And that's what you Edomites did. Yeah, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. So you were doing the same thing that the Babylonians were doing. You were taking our substance. And the way you're going to pay for it is going into slavery and being cut off forever. It said 14 verse, neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. So the Israelites that escaped, you Edomites cut them off. Neither shouldst thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, which is the land of Israel, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So what is Esau's possessions? What you have, your land. We're going to take your land. 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. What is stubble? Stubble is the stuff that's left after a fire. If you burn wood or burn trees, what's left is stubble, ashes, stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. Them are Edomites, all of them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it. So you're replying against the Lord. You telling the Most High He's going off. So there's a special death for you. Anybody that's teaching this nonsense. 19, and they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau. So the southern tribes like Judah or the kingdom of Judah, they're going to possess the mount of Esau. We're going to possess that land. In other words, our land is going to be broadened. Let me read that again. 19 verse. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain, the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim. So Ephraim's going to get their land back, Samaria, and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead, because Gilead is the land of the tribe of Benjamin. So where's Esau going to be? He's going to be out of there. It says, 20th verse, and the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, which the Most High gave us the land of Canaan in the first place, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem or Jerusalem, which is in Sepharad, shall possess the cities of the south, and saviors shall come up, Israelites, starting from the elect on down, shall come up on Mount Zion to judge, look at it, to judge the mount of Esau. Who's going to be in the land of Esau? Jump back up to the 19th verse. And they of the south, which is the kingdom of Judah, or the tribe of Judah, shall possess the mount of Esau. It said we're going to possess the mount of Esau. We're going to possess their lands. Let me jump up to the 17th verse. Obadiah 1 verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. Israel is going to be delivered. And there shall be holiness. And the house of Jacob, Israel, shall possess their possessions. Possess whose possessions? Esau's possessions. We're going to take his land. And we're going to take him. And then we're going to destroy them. And you're not going to see no Edomites anymore. So when you jump down and you read 19 verse again, and they of the south, which is the kingdom of Judah, shall possess the mount of Esau. We're going to take their land. 21st verse, and saviors shall come up, which are Israelites, starting with the elect, on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau. Who's going to be living in the mount of Esau, the land of Esau? Israelites. And the kingdom shall be Yahweh's. So now let's go from here to Job 20. Bear with me for a minute. I'll start at 5. I believe I'll start at 5. Job 20 verse 5. That the triumphant of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Talking about Esau. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, your satellites, your planes, your shuttles, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever. There goes the word forever again. He shall perish forever. Let's look up the word for perish. The word is ibad. It means destroy, lose, fail, perish. surely, utterly, broken, destruction, escape, flee, spendeth, undone, void. You're going to be void. Okay, now this word for ever is natazak, which means ever, never, perpetual, always, end, victory, strength, always, constantly, evermore, never. Or you can play with this word if you want it, man. And you, the Most High, looking at you, man. And he got a special death for all you guys that's teaching this madness and confusion to the children of Israel. It says, 7th verse, Job 20 verse 7. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. What do you do with dung? Oh shit, when you go to the toilet and you flush the toilet and you come back later and you go to the bathroom again and you see a piece of shit or a turd still floating up there, you get mad, right? And you flush it harder. So when you look, you don't want to ever see the shit that come out your ass. You don't want to see that again. Once you flush it down the toilet, you don't want to see it coming back again. So it's the same thing with Esau. He's going to be flushed down the spiritual toilet by fire. He's going to be burnt. 7th verse again. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? You're going to be looking to see where Esau is, and you ain't going to find him because he's not going to be nowhere on the planet. 8th verse. He shall fly away. So you better hope like hell. You people out there that look like Edomites, you better hope like hell you got some Israelite blood in you, or some Ishmaelite blood in you, or some Hamitic spirit in you. You better hope that you any nation outside of Esau, because Esau will be done away with, man. And I'm reading it out the scriptures. 8th verse. He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. You ever have a dream and it was a good dream? You might have had a feeling for a particular chick that you might have ran to, or somebody in high school, and you know you can't get to her because she on a higher level as far as looking good, as far as fine with a capital fine, and you dream that you with her, and then you wake up from the dream, and then you wish you go back to sleep so you can go back to the dream, and you can't connect with that dream no more. I'm just using it as an example. Don't be making a video. Tahar used to like this girl in high school. He dreamt of her, and he I'm just using it as an example. All right. It says 8th verse. He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. You have a good dream. You want to go back to sleep after you wake up, and you want to be in that dream again. Yeah. He shall be chased away as a vision of the night. You're not going to see him no more. It says the eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sin of his youth. Because when we get on Esau, they'll say, well, wait a minute, that was my foreparents. I wasn't around. Then you teach them that there's a thing called reincarnation. You are your foreparents in reincarnation. You did that to us in another life. It says 11th verse, his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. 12th verse, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it are still within his mouth. That's the Illuminati. That's the elite. I'm not talking about no regular, Joe Edomite. 14 verse. Yet his meat and his bowels is turned. It is the gall of asp within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. So Esau, the riches that the material wealth that he has in gold and silver and the different resources, all that's going to be given to us. It's going to be turned over to us. The Most High shall cast him out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asps. If you suck the poison of asps, if you have poison in you by a deadly snake, what's going to happen? You're going to die. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. Why? Because he's going to be destroyed. He's going to be destroyed. Okay, so now let's go from there. We got one more scripture I want to go to, which is Isaiah 14. Let's go down to I'll start at 19 verse. Isaiah 14 verse 19. But thou art cast out of thy grave. Okay, it says, but thou art, and this is a good chapter. You should read it from the first verse. But thou art cast out of thy graves like an abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass underfoot, trodden underfoot. 20. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land. So you're not going to have that land. You're not going to have that land. You have destroyed your land, and we're going to take that land, Judah, and slain thine people. The seed of evildoers, another word for Esau, evildoers, shall never be renowned. They're not going to be famous. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities, because they're going to be gone. We just read that in Obadiah, and we read that in Job 20. For I will raise, 22nd verse, for I will raise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts meaning of his armies. His hosts, you have the children and men of Israel, that's one host. The angels, that's another host. And the missiles, that's another host. And cut off from Babylon, because Babylon is America, the name and the remnant and the son and the nephew, saith Yahweh. So once Babylon is destroyed, NATO's going to be destroyed. The EU's going to be destroyed. The UN's going to be destroyed. The Roman Catholic institution is going to be destroyed. The Black Pope is going to be destroyed. They're going to go into slavery, and then after slavery, they're going to be gathered together, all of them, and they're going to be destroyed. They're going to be burnt up. So with that, I'm going to close, and I'm going to say this again. Anybody that's teaching that Esau is going to be walking around in the kingdom after Obadiah, the 18 verses fulfilled, but you're going to have a couple of them that's going to escape, you're a damn fool, man. And then anybody that's teaching you're going to have Edomites that's going to be delivered and going to be equal with Israel, or going to be living and frolicking in the kingdom, That's out. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. Keep listening to Great Millstone. We are the ones that are pushing this word and defending this word and going deep into the scriptures. We go into words, and all them other camps be watching us, man. All them other camps be watching us to see what new thing the Most High gave us to bring out to y'all. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.